predicted round count, it would have been fairly close to that, I think,
Definitely.
especially for Dam being such a strong map for Fable. Of course, the maps on our screen, once again, it's Foundation we're going into next. If we need it, I think all bets are off that we're actually going to go to Reclaimed.
Well,
I think Foundation should be fairly simple for Fable. And, you know, any evidence of Lucent maybe causing an upset, I think is dwindled at this point, because Fable, they've got the train going. Lucent look quite deflated on camera. Their gameplay seemed to show it as well. A little bit of mistakes here and there towards the end, especially on Dam. I think this will be a very smooth ride for Fable on Foundation.
Well, that train's going 300 miles an hour, Toby. Let me tell you, it's you know, at the moment it's just steamrolling through this Lucent team. You don't like to see it, but yeah, Foundation is. I think Alex mentioned it in the previous matchup that Foundation is a map that every single team has played a million times before, and you know, Fable, you can only imagine, have played it a million times more. You know, so yeah, I think this is going to be again a 7-1, 7-2 scenario here for Fable. I do think maybe Lucent might show a little bit of life. I'm hoping they're going to show a little bit of life, and you know, at least give us maybe a round or 2 rounds, and then who knows, if they do get 2 rounds, then they might catch fire and bring the momentum, and maybe you never know. Okay, it might cause an upset.
I mean, we saw, I touched upon it on Dam, right? Fable, they like putting the boom shot down on that map, at the bottom of the map specifically. They like doing the same here on Foundation. You'd argue, actually, in Pistons, they pop the boom shot down. We saw a talk bow earlier on this map, on Dam. Aerox placed it, of course, and Lucent, aka Cougars, at that point in time, went off with it. Maybe a consideration, actually, in terms of strategy. Do not keep it to 1 power weapon on the map. That is my, you know, basic suggestion to Lucent. Have that, you know, in the mind going forward. Don't let it just come down to one all-out initial. Kind of spread it out a little bit. Add some variables here and there. If there's any mistakes on an individual basis from Fable, that allows Lucent to really take advantage of that, because there won't be enough resources to you know, recover 100%. As such. So yeah, something a statue perhaps.
Yeah,
that'd be a consideration.
Absolutely. And if obviously it worked for them in that last matchup against Aerox, then why not try it again, right? You know, I know it's Fable. Obviously, they're a much stronger opponent. They're playing this time, or they're fighting out this time. But yeah, do what works for them. They're going to have to do, you know, if they're going to have any chance at all to as I say, break at least a dent in this Fable armor, they're going to have to do things that they're comfortable with. But yeah, you'd like to see something different happen than just the Fable 7-0. And so you know, if a talk bow at statue or you know down below works for them, just do it.
Just do it. Get it done. Anything at this point. Any chance to make a huge difference, just get it out.
No, I love this Lucent side. You know, I love this Lucent team. I think they're a fantastic team. But they are. It's unfortunate at this stage of the event they're coming up against some true titans within the EU. So I imagine they weren't wishing for this matchup, and at this moment in time, I think they need to catch a little bit more fire, like we saw them at Sheffield when they got to that kind of you know, loser bracket finals. They just look so hot, and I think they're just maybe a little bit resentful they've got this matchup this early in the tournament.
Keep your heads held high. That's all I can say to Lucent.
They've got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. So. And it's only Fable who perhaps, you know, maybe a bit upset with a round loss, perhaps at this point. You know, we might see more of the same, but, you know, we'll have to see how it pans out. As we always say, Foundation, of course, is the second map. Fable, they won the previous map 7-0. No surprises there. The question is, can Lucent put on a little bit of a comeback, a little bit of a show, if nothing else? They're
going to need to get loose, as most of the Gears EU community do use. They need to get a little bit loose here, old Lucent. To try and make something happen. And as I say, that Hydran does take down Cougars. Legend takes down Craze. It's going to be a back and forth fight in this middle, as it normally is. But Fable looking like the victors here, taking down Legend and Fractures. And now I think they're just going to set up in this B hill. So a good start there from Fable on this map.
I'm pretty sure Krim just gave a no on a cover.
He did just give a no on a cover.
From a different point of view. Well, early days in this map, but clearly not this match, it seems to Fable Krim. Let's bring up the overhead just again, see what the rotations look like. Lucent, now they're going for the home street. They lost the initial quite evidently in the middle. Fractures, though, this time is actually going to open things up, taking out Phelpsy. Fable are hiding back on the home street. Bit split up, actually. Cougars went in, and at the same time, one player was turning around on home street, so it wasn't an all-out commitment from Lucent. No. Perhaps doubting themselves, you'd argue, and if you're going to doubt yourselves, maybe now is the time to doubt yourselves during this event. But heads held high, that's what you've got to keep in mind if you are the Lucent team. As things slow down for a second, we are going to wait for numbers in the Lucent camp before making plays.
They're not gods, this Fable team, you know, they're not gods. They are just 5 players holding the same, well, maybe not the same controllers, but they're just 5 teams across them. They need to get a little bit loose here. And as I say, that Cougars does do a great job in taking down Crim, but he does go down. Fable with the great team fire. Cougars takes down Crazy. Is he going to go for the second? This great movement here. He's giving him the jelly legs. He takes down his own teammate, though. I don't know what that's all about, but fair play. He does get the Phelpsy, though. This is great. This is good stuff by Cougars. Maybe he's coming out and saying, oh, no, that's not going to happen. So good hold there from Lucent.
Stellar shotgunning there from Cougars. The holding of the shots, the going wide, the perfect setup and avoiding shots as well, all at the same time. Cougars, he tries the wraparound shot. Full red, his teammates are coming in for reinforcement, so rightfully so. Bow out, give yourself a little bit of time to regain, but get straight back into the action as soon as you can. Well, Hydra holding that, but Cougars still pressing on with right hand, and it's a potential triple. Keep going, Cougars. Keep that fire going in the engine as somehow Lucent comes straight in and get their first round on the board.
What a play there from Cougars. I mean, do you know what? I was watching the screen and didn't even know it was happening almost. I mean, it was so fast, but well played to stay alive there and great to take down 3 members of the Fable squad. 4 members, I think, actually, was of the Fable squad. So great play there by Cougars. And he is really showing up for this, Lucent side. And if you want someone to do it, it's definitely Cougars, let me tell you.
Well, he's getting loose, it's safe to say.
He's loose ladies at the moment, let me tell you. Well, he's getting definitely loose. No, but, you know, they need someone. They need someone. Yeah, they need someone to maybe Cougars are the hero in the ranks, so
a player going huge like that is what you need. Get everybody getting loud, get them out of their seats, get the fist bumps going, and get the momentum going, if nothing else. Nicely done. Marks has placed down Welding and Fountains this time round from Fable. Nothing too fancy. Of course, they won the initial. Shouldn't be influenced too much, as you'd expect Fable to get very aggressive through the middle before the Marketer can even come into play. Coray's already doing that with the double. Legend, though, does answer back. So Lucent, they're still in this initial, trying to pull out and reset. Hydron helping out with a pistol from range, and Crim, you'd expect to play his distance, play it safe. Legend coming straight back in the action, though.
Well played there, and it's just a little bit back and forth here. It needs someone here to get maybe a 2-piece to gain position, but as I say that, you know, they are respawning. Cougars again taking down Crim, and he's hungry for Marsh. Is he going to get him? He does. He takes him down. That's a great get. Again, great play there by Cougars, and now Lucent can maybe just set up on this B hill. But, you know, something to say is no one's caps just yet. But now Lucent are probably going to, you know, get the home hill and get Fable's home hill. So maybe a good rotation, maybe a bad rotation. Who will know?
Fable's response, though, is send the numbers through Pistons, chase the Lucent player out of Pistons. They do it quite handily with no casualties. And a B capture is their reward. Crim picking up a kill off screen, so there might be a little bit of a rotation coming in soon. They've got the caller actually has crazed. Totty stuck in this corner. There's smoke around him. He's just a wizard in smoke right now trying to get out of there, but it's not going to work out for him. Craze really does clean him up with quite the efficiency there. No damage really put against him. Legend getting angled out, and so many downs already placed upon him that he just bows out.
But look, right, you look at that scenario there, and it just goes to show how good Fable are as a team unit. You know, look at the crossfires to take him down on his 3rd down. And look, now they're going for the COG domination. Crim just saying no thank you, walking in like a Terminator, and he takes down 3, and Fable take that round pretty convincingly. So maybe Lucent got the first round from Cougars. Cougars' fantastic play, but Fable is saying, hang about no.
Back. I mean,
answer about no.
that round at the end. That round at the end was clinical from Fable, right? They responded to the losing their home hill to go straight through the Pistons. And not only that, as soon as they started picking up the kills, taking advantage of the mistakes elsewhere, of course, in the pocket, they took down Totty, I believe. As soon as they got those numbers going, slowly pushed in through the spawn. Crim pushed through over the home street. And very tactfully, actually, they went for that triple cap. Very safe, methodical very pacing from them, if nothing else.
Brilliant.
Very well played indeed.
And it goes to show how organised this Fable Fable team are, that, you know, they can do that and execute it so perfectly, so clinically. So let's let's see what they do here. We've got a, I can't actually see that gun.
I think it's incense. I think it's teasing us at the moment. Just the edge of the weapon.
We've just got a random gun. We'll see what it is in a bit. But no, let's see if Lucent can carry on the momentum that they've got from taking these individual fights. I think the game is going to slow down, and Fable do win that middle, and Lucent just do a good job here to rotate back. They know that Fable have got the position, so maybe they're going to probably rotate and go on the home hills. Let's see if they can be successful in that, Tobes.
Yeah, blunt the pain, as it were, as they back out, but then comes straight back in. Hydrone down. Phelpsy has Incense to his name, remember. There they come. Perfect location to start throwing them at the H. Marsh with a double headshot. Fractures shuts him down for now. And as he does that, he's going to rotate all the way to the A-hole. The question is, are Fable away? I think there is one player hiding on the right, smoked out. So Lucent, they're going about this the right way. They're playing it safe, not leaving anything to chance.
I like that rotation there from Lucent, I really do. I think it's a great rotation, and if they could just hold this for these 3 Fable members, but as I say, that Craze backhays his life away, and Krim gets the second on Fractures as well, but he gets taken out by Legend and hang about. There's a trip cap domination for Lucent, surprisingly, but Fable stopped that from happening very quickly, and Cougars is in a very bad position here. Phelpsy reaction shots his life away. Well played there from Phelpsy. He's showing up.
That's the moments of greatness you want to see. The star play coming out from the star player. Cougars, the movement was great, but Phelpsy was one step ahead of him at all times. Making great use of his teamwork right to the right of him. Yeah, fantastic play from Phelpsy. They're going to back off now and get this B hill. Should be able to revive chain this no problem at all, despite any marks of damage coming their way. The B hill comes through. They have the points lead. They have map control, it seems, going from the overhead. And Lucent, they're positioned for a push through middle or through pistons. So they're going to have to move at some point. Question is, how are they going to do it? Through the middle? Is it going to be a split push? Legends pushed up quite a bit. Perhaps a little bit risky if Fable do elect to play through there. But nonetheless, it is a bit more spread out. Phelpsy can push at any time. Ooh. Here comes the shot over the cover. Fortons with a wraparound shot, not going to lead to much.
And Phelpsy here, he's taking down, he's hunting for the 2v1, but does a great job in taking down Legends. And, Lucent have actually rotated very well to get the 2 home hills, but again, they need to hold it. There's no point in holding a home hill if you can't hold it. But Fable, again, they push them back, and, Lucent need to be rotating at the same speed as Fable, because Fable look like they're rotating so much faster at the moment, so much quicker, and one of the reasons why they are winning this round so far.
Perfect example as well of Fable actually Wolfpack, and we talk about that a lot with the Spanish teams. But Fable, they brought the Incense over, and they brought an extra man, or extra 2, just to make sure they got back their home hill with no problem. But I like this from Lucent as well. They've noticed Fable have rotated, they've got the calls, and already back on the case of that A-hill to try and hold on to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Lucent need a hero right now, because they've just got 3 down. Fable are looking very comfortable here, and the points are definitely in their favor. And I think this is going to be Fable's round, if I'm honest with you, Tobes. Krim here just putting a little bit of pressure here on Totty. He has got his mates to back him up, but Krim does take down one. Now Hydrone's turned up at the home hill, and I think that's going to be Fable's round. It is.
Yeah, Krim muscling his way to the enemy's home hill just to ensure they can't do any sporadic push across the map and get a triple cap to stop Fable winning via points nonetheless. I believe it was a triple cap in the end, actually, Fable just, it's too comfortable for them at the moment. It's so good to see them once again perform at this level on LAN.
Definitely, 100%. I think, look at, when you go to the camera of, a Fable member having a 1v1 shotgun with Lucent, it's almost like they're toying with them. You look at Krim, they're going onto the home hill. He's almost just toying with the guy on the cover. They are just so ahead in that respect from an individual perspective. And if Lucent are going to have any chance here of trying to turn this around and try and build a little bit of momentum, they need to be better than them with the shotguns.
Yeah, they do need to force perhaps some unorthodox shotgun battles. It's shown already very early on that the initial seems to be on Fable side here in the middle. Perhaps draw some more attention to the statue. No weapon there just yet. Frag grenades in the middle. Incense, of course, still at the Pistons area. Let's see. How's Krim going to tackle this? He's gone through statue this time round just to provide a bit of an angle. Left the home hill just to make sure they win that initial as comfortably as they have been. Now Krim actually overextended for the C hill straight away. So, maybe he just knows at this point in time that his team are going to win that initial. He pulls back to his home hill rather, and Okay,
Easy.
somehow he knows he's on stream and he's knowing, just in case.
Easy GG's there for Fable that round. You know, that guy in the statue was such a bad position. You know, if he's going to try and take that 1v1, he needs to do it quicker because...
Before he gets pinched.
Exactly,
Fable are going to take advantage of
as soon as they win that middle area, you just saw the Lancer fire coming in and he's just gone down like... You know, he's gone down so quickly. So, again, another comfortable round from Fable. I think we saw a big weapon being placed down there on the statue in that the boom shot here. So this is going to be a little bit of a scrap, Tobes. I'm excited for this one.
I mean, I'm sighing a little bit now because obviously the boom shot, it's Fable's weapon. We keep mentioning this, but it's not the same location that they usually do, which is Pistons. But it's only Incense, the opposite end of the map. You're obviously going to put more numbers towards this boom shot side. So it's essentially the same fight in Pistons, but over at Statue, right? It's the same amount of numbers you're going to send that way, same presence in the middle. But saying that, you know, Cougars picked it up, but Hydron is there for the double just to ensure they don't get away with it. And Fortin's actually not all Incense, bit of distance there. Nicely done. But he does get taken down very quickly in Fable, blunting any progress straight away from Lucent, boom shot in hand.
Hydron just being so good in those positions with that, you know, that statue area. I think he was on one of the top 5 plays. I think it was number 5, where he, you know, the movement, the crazy jelly legs he's giving around the, you know, the wall covers. You know, he is so good in those positions, and it's going to be quite hard to beat him in a 1v1 shotgun when he gets going. So yeah, now we see Fable with the boom shot. They've got the position. Lucent are a little bit backed up here, and they're going to need to do something special to try and break this out. But Fable, I've said it again, I've said it before and I'll say it again, but let's see what happens. Phelpsy again taking down Lucent, Legends. And they are putting pressure on the home hill. We see Hydron with the boom shot. He's just going to come in the back, take down Fractures. Cougars goes down. And now we're seeing the COG domination. And it looks Lucent needs to do something very special to break this one. And they cannot. Fable 4-1.
They cannot. I loved positioning from Hydron there. It was perfect, right? You might have been getting angled out a little bit in the middle, but if you were to sit in the perfect spot on the map with a boom shot, it would be there, of course. It stops the angle, stops the flanks coming in through the middle, both through Pistons and through closed. And of course, he used them to great effectiveness. All those kills that he got with them were very important.
Very good.
And stimulated such a great triple cap, as it were.
Calm, cool, collected Phelpsy on your screen.
He looks cheerful.
He looks cheerful. He looks calm.
He's ready for games.
I was about to say he looks good, but I don't want to be a bit weird. I don't want to make this an awkward stream. No, yeah, looking very calm there, Fable. And you know, rightly so. They're shutting down Lucent in these key areas so easily, and Lucent don't really look like they have a response at the moment at all.
Hydron getting in the mix of the statue. He loves that location. Does it against North American teams as well. He plays aggressive, gets those kills. Seems like he can read anybody on this block of cover here. Here comes Cougars, the star player from Lucent. Ooh, nice little cover switch cancel.
What was that?
I love it. Phelps has no idea what's going on right now. Hydron equally the same, but he does back off with that coveted pistol.
Transforming like Neo from the Matrix, using the space around him and bending, but he does get taken down very easily. But that was a weird little bit of movement there from Cougars. Does well to take down one, but look, here we go. Hydra with the boom. Marsha's got the incineraries. They may as well just have the whole map in their hands right now, because Fable just they've got every weapon in the world to just completely shut down Lucent anyway. Anytime they move at least an inch or an inch. Here we go again. Phelpsy taking down Legends. He takes down Vortons as well. Craze down takes Cougars. That's 4 dead there from Lucent. And again, another Fable round. Very easy indeed.
They locked that map down very quickly, didn't they? Despite the showmanship, shall we call it, from Cougars there with the cover switch cancel on the statue. It never looked like he was going to kill 3 players as they were coming at him to the statue.
My heart skipped a beat for a second when he did that crazy little, that crazy little movement in the middle between those 2 walls. But no, you know, these Fable boys, they're experienced. They know how to shut that down pretty quickly, and they did just that. So,
indeed. 5-1 then, the score as we go into the second half. Back to the 10-second spawn timer. And as you can see, the D, F, and E hills, we know how significant they can be with the home hill setup. Doesn't look like either team is going for that kind of strategy just yet. They're sticking with the middle, they're sticking with the E-hill control. If they can, of course, secure that. Coming through closed is Fable. Looking for the flank. Phelpsy, once again, being that smart player, the surprising player, forces the 1v. It's going to be a kill from Legend and a trade of that. Fractures back in the mix, but Fable, they've already provided enough pressure to ensure they get control of the E-Hill.
What I was going to say is, as soon as Lucent get a kill in a key area, it feels like Fable get 2 more. It's just, you know, you get 1 kill, but then we'll just get 2. It's just like every single time they make a little bit of position, Fable have got 2 kills on the map for almost instantly, and Lucent really need to stop that from happening, because it's happening all too much, and you know, as soon as it does, they just don't have anything. Look at the team fight. Look, they know exactly where they are. Look at the position they've got on the map. Although having said that, you know, Fracture's done a great job to stay alive, and now we see Cougar's the man himself. He's mixing, shaking and grooving, trying to get a kill here. Oh, but Fable Cray shuts him down quickly. Is he going to get the second? He wants the second. He does get the second. That's Totty there. Is he going to get the
triple?
third? Oh, misses the shot, gets the third. Jeez Louise, that was
I don't know how either of them were alive for so long, to be honest. He was just dancing in front of the shotgun. Hey, try and shoot me.
He's got some crazy dance moves.
He's still dancing. He's still happy.
He's still happy.
He's dancing.
I just don't know what happened there. I can, you know, sorry for the prolonged E there, but you know, Cray's well played, taking the free piece, and now Fable are just going to put pressure on Lucent's side of the Lucent sides of this part of the map.
They're throwing bodies, are Lucent over at Fable, but
they are.
Even now it's taken them this long to get 2 downs, not with a down of their own. Here comes Phelpsy with the medic plays. He gets Krim up. Krim gets down straight away though. Phelpsy still making it difficult for them despite the effort from Lucent, but the resolution is Lucent take the home hill of Fable, and they're looking towards E as well. Question is, you know, do you spread yourselves thin, right? Do you go for this triple cap given the respawn timer? Hey, it's a difficult one. They're breaking it now. Fable, are they going to make plays towards their home hill? Hydron still here. 4 players actually from Fable. They're going all in to make sure they win that E hill. Hydron, crucial 1v win against Fractures. Still blinking, mind you, but Fable will be getting enough kills in the end to make sure they hold on to that E hill. And likewise, the points, they are still in the lead, but they're going to lose it very, very soon. You wouldn't expect it to be too difficult for them to get back their home hill, though.
No, not at all. And just going to say that Hydron can't keep his life for that long. Lucent needs to do a better job in being clinical in those situations and taking players down at Fable when they have to. But you know, again, Fable here just rotating. They're taking down their home hill, and they're keeping E as well. But, you know, Lucent needs to do something quickly here, otherwise Fable are going to win this just about on points, and they do decap the E hill, so that is a good start for Lucent. This is a really big 2v1 here from Totty. If he takes this, well, he needs to take this. He needs to move. He does move and gets taken down swiftly on the cover as he comes out to up A, and now we see Fable going to take this.
It was a close one in the end. Fable did just about get there in time to ensure they overtook in score, but you know, it never looked like Fable were going to lose that even then. They were always being proactive. Lucent never could say, right, we've won this if we sit still. No, they never had that opportunity, right? Fable continually applying the pressure and winning those big 1vs to give them access to those all-important hills at the end there.
But it's just almost like, you know, when Lucent do have a little bit of position on the E hill, the 2 home hills, it's just getting broken so easily. Yeah. And, you know, I'm sure people are watching it, you know, thinking the same, you know, why can't Lucent hold that? You know, they're in such a good position, they're up on points or they're coming back on points. Just hold it, just hold that.
Hold on to it.
Hold on to something, you know, try and hold something in the key area of the map, and that's where Lucent are finding their downfall, but obviously Fable are just capitalising so quickly.
Well, we saw a little bit of giggles, chuckles, if you will, from Krim there, so he's definitely happy about what he's seeing, what's transpiring in front of him.
Indeed, indeed.
Sniper rifle placed down at E, Darko. Could be a bit of a quick pickup, you know, if I'm Fable, have a bit of fun potentially at the statue, have a go for that quick pickup and see what you can do. We love to see it. The amazing gameplay with that weapon. Legend, meanwhile, though, he gets the double in the middle, already trying to pinch over at that statue. And Phelpsy, he's going to get taken down as well. Totty with the double. Cougars has the sniper as his reward. But checking out the overhead, they're not pressing for the F hill. It's showing a bit more respect to Fable, no doubt.
They are
and they're going to set up with that power weapon in the form of the sniper. Can Cougars make great use of it, though? Fable already moving fast.
Well, this is a good setup here from Lucent. For a moment there, when I saw that player there after they had won the hill was proceeding into the middle, I thought he was going to try and go to the home hill, but no, good setup here from Lucent. But again, look, see, it's being broken by Fable all too easily. Oh, just misses that snipe shot there. You know, we want to see some magic, and I thought he was going to go for that. Apologies, but no, you know, Lucent, you know, they are up on points just by 10 points. But again, you know, I just mentioned it in that that previous round, Fable have just broken that way too easily. That home hill setup just way too easily. And, you know, Lucent now will find themselves in a position where they have to go and try and get another hill. And that's when their mistakes come, and that's when Fable capitalise. So
Cougar's just checking his back at E, but he really needs to be aiming at the D hill right now. That body check could be the differentiator. Tries to fire at Phelpsy as he jumps inside and out of that smoke.
We want to see it, Cougars. Give us something to scream for. Oh, I mean, he's whipping shots everywhere at the moment, this lad.
Phelpsy applying the pressure. Krim with the double, and this is perfect from Phelpsy. You know, you see the sniper, you see your teammates going ham on the home hill. Throw in the resource to try and take down that sniper. And he's done that very well. Totty outplays Phelpsy, though, in that regard for that shotgun battle. Hydra knows where he exactly is coming from, though. Well,
this is a very big 1v1 here from Totty. He needs to get this straight away. And Hydron
could have capped, actually. Hydron could have capped. I believe if he stayed in that hill, the triple cap might have just come through before the D hill was broken. Nonetheless, he's won the 1v, and it seems like his teammates are on the home hill as well. Coray's dancing around just as if he owns that hill, and he practically does at this point. I mean, 7-1.
To be honest with you, does it matter? I mean, I think Hydron was just like, do you know what,
I fancy one. Just to round off the map.
But no, you don't want to see that from Lucent. They are such a great side. I think that maybe they were just a little bit, almost in. I've been in that situation before. You're playing the best team in Europe. Maybe you're just a little bit nervous, and I think that got to him way too much.
Outclassed, if anything,
Outplayed.
Yeah. Well, fantastic showing from Fable. 2-0, only dropping around in 2 maps.
What a showing from our current champions, Fable. A very convincing victory from them over Lucent. We expected that, really, didn't we? We did expect it to get to that point where they were looking so good. Did we expect it to be as dominant? 7-0, 7-1, dropping 1 round out of a potential 15, you know what I mean? It's... what can you say about that? Where is the competition?
Put it this way, I'm not surprised, honestly.
But that's the level where we're at with Fable now,
It is. Many people have referred to it as them being North American at this point. They only really compare themselves and square up to Americans at this point in time in terms of fair matches. Right now, their dominance over Europe, it's unprecedented at this point. You try and come up with answers. How do you beat Fable? What's the strategy to actually take rounds off them, if nothing else? And nothing seems to work against them. Individually based, the teamwork, even in that game, they just look so polished at that point in time that, you really have to feel for the rest of Europe. And likewise, Lucent, keep your heads up, because honestly, that was not you. It was Fable just being so good.
Well, this is how it did go down. Of course, I set out the 15 rounds that we did play. Fable won 14 of them. So a fantastic show from them. 7-0 on Dam and 7-1 on Foundation. And at times, it doesn't really even look like they're breaking a sweat. That's the thing for me. You watch them and yes, okay, they are trying, but it just seems to come to them like so easily. It
does. Every single time the camera goes back onto one of the Fable, they literally look like they're, as you say, just chilling. Chris, it's very easy for them, and you don't want to see it because obviously Lucent, they're not Supremacy. Oh, sorry, should I say Fable Sentinel? They're not Fable Sentinel. Fable Sentinel are, the only team that when we're doing the interviews that we think are going to kind of try and give it to Fable a little bit more. But, Lucent, I do see them as a top 3 team. And if that is the case, if they are top 3 at this event, they've just been, want for a better phrase, pummeled by Fable. You don't want to see that. You really don't want to see that.
Absolutely, yeah. But Hamid. What else can we really say about Fable at this point? As said, it's going to be interesting to see when they play against the other Fable team here, Fable Sentinel. It's really hard to say Fable Sentinel.
Fable Sentinel.
That's exactly what you sounded like.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, mate.
But yeah, when we see them play against each other, which... we presume that's going to be the final, isn't it? Is that what we're sort of feeling? I know we haven't seen Fable Sentinel play as of yet.
Horizon.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I don't know why I'm such a fanboy, but of course, I agree with you. It's going to be a Fable final, in my opinion, 100%.
Well, let's have a look at the bracket in just a second as well to see where things are at between all these teams. Of course, Fable moving on to that one. We had some other matchups taking place though during that game, and let's see how they panned out.
Ooh.
Fable Sentinel still the Player Horizon Union. I'll get that confirmed whether we've got that on here, but Regal Reserve will beat Bittersweet. We got there at the end.
Tricky team names today.
Bittersweet.
That's a tongue twister.
So that's a good win for Eagle Reserve there, 2-1.
Yeah, seed number 3, of course, Bittersweet. That's Ash's team, right? He's built a bit of a god squad. Regal Reserve winning by 1 map. We don't know how close that was, of course. It could have come down to the wire. What's jumping out to me straight away is Prismatic actually losing out to Cyclone. It's seed 4 and 5, right? But on paper, Prismatic, bit of an all-star team at this point. They've got Jack Reaction, of course. The Wonder Boy still of Europe, it seems, still rolling off the tongue of every caster. And Cyclone, you'd argue, not as strong as a team. Perhaps the weakest team on paper in terms of the pedigree of the players compared to the likes of Bittersweet, another British team, mostly British team here, recently being, formulated. But yeah, Prismatic actually losing out to Cyclone. I know Jack Reaction will not be too happy about that. Again, 2-1 could have been very close. But, the team with perhaps less consistency online, I guess you could say, has actually won out there. So very interesting. They're going to go on and play Fable next. Yeah,
I mean, that's probably the biggest surprise so far from the event. The Cyclone playing Fable in that semi-final. We still to see Fable Sentinel versus Horizon. Bittersweet versus Aerox. That's going to be a pretty big game in my opinion. That's round 2 of the losers bracket. And I believe that is the one we're showing next, one we're streaming next. So that's going to be a very good game. Aerox have a lot to do to prove themselves after that loss to Lucent. So that's going to be a really big game in my opinion. Prismatic going to be playing the Frenchies or Lizo Esports, and then Lucent going to be playing Puzzled or Invalid. So some good matchups in that loser bracket.
I mean, Aerox at this point, as the 9th seed, will be coming into this and, going up against a really, really good team in Bittersweet. That's only in round 2 of the losers bracket now.
Can I just bring up a point that Bittersweet, their team name is, or their kind of logo is Go Cupcakes. So, in that next matchup on the stream, we could say, let's go Cupcakes.
Bit of a chant forming there in the crowd.
I mean, if we've got a chant in the crowd that said, let's go Cupcakes, then...
You know what, Elliot, it's as good as I've heard this weekend.
I'm
honestly, I don't know why you come up with half of these.
It's actually their name. Look it up on Twitter. It's actually their name. But no, that's going to be a big match, and I'm not casting that one, so I'm going to be in the crowd.
Getting it going.
Either way, it is going to be Bittersweet coming up against Aerox next on the stream. Fantastic series from Fable in that one, coming away very, very dominant.
Yeah, actually, Lucent, my advice to them, right, keep your heads held high. Bit of a break until the next game. They performed amazingly earlier on against Aerox. Just keep their minds blank, honestly. Act as if though that never happened, right? You've lost significantly. You've got 1 round in 2 maps. Don't think about it, though. Put it behind yourselves. Bring yourselves up, grab some food, relax a little bit, and think about your next match. Think about potential strategies to employ if it does go south. But how Lucent played earlier, you'd expect them to carry on, not giving too much regard against, the European champs.
Absolutely. You go into that game with no expectations, don't you? That's the thing. And if you can get something for it, fantastic. If you can't, you move on and see what you do throughout the rest of the tournament.
Sure.
Either way, we are going to go to a very, very short break. And after this, we'll be going into the losers bracket. Sorry, it is going to be Aerox taking on Bittersweet. And that'll be coming up just after this quick short break.
Let's go Cupcakes.